So, this is hard for me to say. But there was a young woman who was on a Chicago train. And a melanated man, a black man, had got on this train and doused this baby with gasoline and lit her on fire. And I'm going to share something with you because it doesn't fit the narrative. People are not crying out like they supposed to because it doesn't fit the narrative. Because if this was the other way around, you understand? If this was turned the other way around, we'll hear something different. This baby was minding her business. And this monster, yes, I called him a monster. When you do demonic shit, you are labeled a monster. In my book. This monster lit this baby on fire. Why is Take Heed talking like that? This is the mother in me. That I don't know what I would do or what I would think right now in this moment if this happened to one of my own. My heart goes out to her family, to her mother, her father, her siblings, her grandmother, grandfather, everybody. My heart goes out to the entire family. But this demonic act, it should not have been even done to anybody. Nobody should have had to go through this horrible act. Brandon Johnson, for you to make a statement like that, sir, and come to social media and say, we can't just keep gelling people to get out of certain situations. No, yes, you can. Yes, you can. If they're doing foolishness, okay, this man has been locked up 72 times. If they are doing foolishness, they need to go sit down. You need to put them somewhere. Go sit down for a couple years and get the help that they need. The help is not to keep unleashing them out to the public and they're up here hurting people who might have just slipped off because they worked too hard, or might have just slipped off because they were going to, just coming from school, or they slipped off because they was coming from a trip. I be damned, you can't even sleep or rest on the train until your stop come because Brandon Johnson, you out here talking about you can't just keep gelling people until you can, you can just gel your way out of all this stuff. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If they doing foolishness, you could keep gelling them until you can gel your way out of this foolishness. Sometimes you got to let people go sit in the corner for a minute. And the governor, man, I'm just shaking my head. You don't know what y'all don't know. Both of y'all don't know what y'all doing down here. Long as it doesn't affect a certain part of Chicago, right? Long as it doesn't affect a certain part of the Chicago, we don't have no problems, right? But y'all Chicagoans, y'all continue to keep voting these people in. I'll be damned. Take heed to the message, baby.